Hey, it's the middle of March. I'm Avalon from Blossoming Woman, and I wasn't quite sure where to put this video because I'm in lots of different groups. So I just thought I'm going to make one and set myself free from restriction and not holding back anymore, because there are some things that I wanted to share with various different groups. Essentially, most of my sharings will be happening within the Divine Mother Temple, but for now, I just want to share what happened this morning. So this weekend has been particularly a lot going on in terms of this, epidemic sweeping the planet. And I've been learning a bit about it, especially understanding how absolutely out of proportion the level of panic and fear and media attention is for this virus, right? So I've been feeling something awakening inside me, because for years, like for 20 years, really, I've actually a long time, since I was a kid, I've known that big things are going to change. And a lot of the people that I speak to and a lot of people I work with have had the same knowing, right? So we're just at the tip of the iceberg. Things are changing. And I'm personally excited about change because it needs to fucking change. We cannot continue going down the path we've been on Earth. So yeah, there's some disruption. So this morning when I woke up, I knew that I needed to drop deeply into my own center and do an energetic practice, a ritual, a beautiful energy weaving practice that I've been exploring and deepening into with Lisa Bogle. I also connected in with the feminine visionaries that I'm journeying with this year. So I'll share a bit about that experience, because my intention for the ritual this morning was to clarify what is my role here. Firstly, to deepen connection with myself, really connect in and connect with the energy that is available to all of us. We are so fucking powerful, right? And this is one of the things that I am here to, this may be the message you get from this, but there's more. We are so powerful. Where we focus our attention, the frequency that we hold in our body and in our energetic field impacts, it ripples out beyond our own individual self, right? So when there's thousands, millions, billions of people in an energetic frequency of fear, that actually impacts on the health of the collective. Because fear, and I'm not saying fear is wrong, it's okay to feel feelings and feel emotions and be in whatever you're in, but just to know that when a huge amount of people are in that energy, it creates a lot of fragmentation. It dissipates your power, your focus. And so this is actually part of the agenda going on the planet, is to actually have people disempowered, not in our power, not in our power, not in our focus. And what I actually realized this morning is that we have things to learn from the ones in high places who are coordinating all this shit, right? So what we can learn from them is get really focused about what matters to you and the big picture vision and like the long-term goals, right? Get really focused about that, get clear about your role in that. How are you contributing to that? And get coordinated and organized, right? These are qualities that need to be in place for change to happen in a way that actually shifts the culture. And so we're seeing that playing out. We're basically in a culture where humans are generally, like, I'm in the Western culture, I'm speaking from my perspective. I'm not going to talk for humans in general, but from my perspective, and see what resonates for you and what doesn't, because this is about finding your own truth, not anyone else's truth outside yourself, your own. And I'm sharing mine. And this can help you get clarity about your own, or just go, no, actually, that doesn't resonate for me. Actually, this is true for me, right? So the more we speak up, the more we can actually fine tune our own truth and our own, see what voice is emerging from within. So I'm actually just going to share the ritual. Actually, I'm just going to stay on track because I want this video to be fairly digestible and short. So in the ritual, firstly, it's about really coming into presence, connecting in with my body, asking permission. Is this a good time for my body to be doing this? Not just like overriding with my mental will, but connecting in on all levels. And also, I invited in all the elements. I have a beautiful crystal for earth. I have the flame for fire. I have incense for air. I have water, which reminds me, I'm just going to have a sip of that, because with each ritual, it's about honoring my physical temple, which means drinking water. So drinking fresh water is like a really important thing for us to be doing at the moment. Like, get it as fresh and filtered as you can, because fluoride fucking fucks us up. And you probably already know this. So get deeply in my body. Oh, and spirit, invoking the spirit within me and connecting in with my own essence. And there's a powerful cosmologist, Vicky Veronice, who is doing this essence work, and fully highly recommend her services. Just wanted to name that because Vicky has supported me to connect more deeply with my essence and my lineage and wisdom. Thank you, Vicky. Okay, so the ritual. So firstly, the intention was to invoke my power, activate my power on my soul path and my role in this as a visionary leader in what's unfolding now. Because having focus is such a powerful thing, but the focus doesn't come until you're actually clear about what you're focusing on. And this is a big part of the work I do with women. That's right. I was saying that we're in a culture where a lot of, like, basically the paradigm that we're in is around externalized control, externalized authority. We are trained from a very young age to listen to other people, but not yourself. So, do all the things that you're told to do, particularly in school. You just got to sit down and shut up and tick the boxes. And if you are disrupting that, then you're a nuisance, you're naughty, and go sit in the corner, right? I am here to re-invite you to get out of the fucking corner, clear those doubts away, clear those fears away, and remember that it's no accident that you are here now. There is something that you bring. And this message isn't for everyone. So, you might be thinking, oh God, she's so full of shit, and switch off. It's totally okay. Because I'm only here to work with people who are committed to activating your power, activating your voice, and taking action to make shit happen. Real change. And when I say shit, you know what I mean. It's not like dumb shit. It's like fucking epic shit. So in the weaving this morning, as I was building the energy, feeling it rising inside me until I can actually have it in my hands, and I'm playing with the energy. I'm still feeling it. I'm actually created a sacred circle, a container for this energy to be to really activate and amplify. And so then what I did was I connected in with the visionary leaders that are journeying with me. So there's 9 of us in this sacred container, 9 months rebirth activation container. In this sacred space, I connected with each sister in this journey, and it was like we were dancing together, and it was like this beautiful synergy, connecting in with your essence, which is, as I mentioned, Vicky has supported us each to really activate that essence within, and I have the ability to really connect in with that, tune into that, and dance with that, really activate that, right? So I was connecting in with each sister in the visionary leadership and feeling the unique frequency and energy that each woman brings, which is really exciting, because then when we get clear, then we become weavers of culture. Each of us becomes a thread in the tapestry of humanity. And this is the problem that's been happening, is that because people are shut down, because people are suppressed, because our voices and our wisdom and everything has just been shut down, and we doubt ourselves. We've got massive self-worth issues, doubting our worth, doubting our power, doubting our integrity, all the stuff, because that's all the messages coming from outside. You can't trust yourself and all this shit. Brett's there, but he's just saw me and walked off straight away. I'm clearly in a process right now. So when we, like, a lot of the work I do is rediscovering, what is it? Who are you? What are the qualities you bring? What are the skills? What are your natural tendencies and abilities? And these can be things that you don't even know are abilities because they're so innate to you. What are the things that are easy for you? The things that are easy for you are not necessarily the things that are easy for other people. And this is the whole thing, right? When we step into our true power, we're actually invoking or like inviting the qualities that are already inside you to activate. And so for that to happen, there's often a lot of shit in the way. So all these like stories and trauma and wounds, and I don't want to dismiss that. Like, it's huge, it's epic. We've been in such a big time of darkness. There's so much exploitation, disrespect, domination, control, fear, all that. We've been immersed in that. We've been marinating in that. If you think about the womb, we all started off in the womb, growing in the womb, immersed in the environment of our mother. So go back there, like, just reflect to that. How was your mother feeling when she was pregnant? Was she in a deep place of presence? Was she at one with herself, feeling the beauty in her body, the miracle of life, totally trusting the process, birthing in deep love, and you're, you know, wrapped up in warm, loving arms and feel so safe and welcome in the world? I suspect not. I know that was my experience because I deliberately cultivated that, but the majority experience of gestation and birth is fear and drama, and, you know, you can't trust yourself, and like, that's a little bit of a tangent, but it's not really, because that's the energy that humans are marinating in. And we can shift the culture, and it's a kind of a long-term project, but we can shift so much by honoring and trusting and respecting the process of gestation and birth and keeping humans connected with their essence from the start. But because for most of us that didn't happen, we're actually needing to rediscover that. So there can be shit in the way. So it's like noticing what actually comes up for you, getting really clear, listening to the things you tell yourself, setting free the stories, the experiences that you've had, the dirty secrets that you're sitting on, the shameful things that you've never been able to tell anyone because you would be like, oh my God, if anyone knew about that, I would die. Those things actually get in the way of this magnificent essence flowing. So, you know, part of the work that I do is actually, let's identify what's in the way. Because once we identify what's in the way and the unhealed stuff, then we can clear that so that your energy naturally can flow. Because we're all, well, when I say all, I mean all the ones who are gravitating towards this way of being are radiant, divine, magnificent beings, right? And this takes me back to the ritual. So in the ritual, you know, I was connecting with each woman, I was feeling the energy building. And it's like, you know, once we consciously cultivate that energy, we can do stuff with the energy. The energy is life force. It's energy. It's actual, you know, it's not quite matter, but it's like a level of refined matter. Matter is just like energy more condensed, right? So it's like with this energy, what I then experienced was this, it was almost like I was feeling, and I was completely in the dark. I have this mind fold. This funny thing I'll show you from Vicky, right? Vicky's from i-of-ra.com, maybe .au. But anyway, Vicky gave me the eye of mind fold. And so it's complete blackness. So I'm actually deeply in the energetic experience of this process, of this weaving. So at first I was like really feeling the enormity, like the magnificence of my power. I don't need to fucking call upon any deities or ascended masters or any fucking shit. We are the masters. You are a master. You don't need to call upon anything. You can connect directly with source energy. this is one of the big secrets that's been kept from us. You don't need to externalize that. You don't even need to call upon your fucking star family or anything, because you are the universe. You call upon yourself to be deeply present. Don't externalize that shit. Don't need to delegate your power. It's already there. You are deeply connected in. So part of the ritual is connecting in, finding that place where you're connected with your source, with your essence, directly with source, so that, you know, then that activates your power as a divine creator. So I was doing that, feeling that power, feeling that direct connection with source. And then I was stepping back, like I was seeing the earth. And I've had a powerful cosmic experience of earth connection nearly 20 years ago, when I was in this deep state of frustration. I was going down the rabbit hole in a big way. I'd taken the red pill. I was learning about the level of corruption of all those entities, corporations, media, pharmaceuticals, even the way the whole education, everything is all basically this systematic conditioning to keep us, to keep our true power suppressed. I was learning all about that, and I'd given birth to my first baby, and I was in deep awe and love of this divine child that was in my arms. And I was just having this extreme contrast experience, going, fuck, how magnificent is life? How beautiful are humans? So divine. And then how fucking fucked up are these control forces. And it was doing my head in. I just couldn't. It was like this. I felt like my brain was splitting in half, and I couldn't fathom it. And it was so frustrating. And I know a lot of people may be actually stepping into that place now, going, well, what the fuck? So what happened for me was, I was like, I've always had this innate connection with life. Not religious. I mean, I was brought up Catholic, but, you know, I fucking saw through that pretty much. Didn't even ever buy it. I was just like, what the fuck are they doing? Like, this just is, it's all surface. And I was always seeking deeper connection. And so much for a short video, but I'm just going to let it be what it needs to be, right? So I know, and I've had that confirmed every time I've connected with life, connected with the universe, connected with great spirit, whatever you want to call it, with the consciousness. I asked, guide me, like, what the fuck's going on? I need some clarity here. I've got this extreme duality, deep divine love in a way that I've never experienced before in my life, until I actually gave birth to this baby from my own womb. Totally unmedicated, by the way. So I actually did experience the full physiological experience of birth, which a lot of women don't. And that's not a judgment. It's just like an actual truth. There's certain hormones, and there's a nature has designed an intelligence to the birth process. And when that's interrupted, it doesn't happen. So I was in this deep, you know, bonded experience of deep love in those moments. And that's what we're designed for. It's tragic. And humans need to learn to grieve what has been taken from us and what we've lost. And through the grieving, then we can get clarity about what's next. Okay. And I've done a lot of grieving, so I'm really clear and present now. So from asking this question, what the fuck? You know, why is there so much darkness? Why is there so much love? How can these two coexist on the planet? So that night, and this was 20 years ago, just about, my daughter is now, nearly 18. So I had a dream that night, literal, like a sleeping dream, but it felt so real. It was more like a cosmic fucking experience. So all of a sudden I was floating in space. I'm just floating in space. I'm seeing the infiniteness. Like, there's kind of celestial body, like there's different planets that I can see out into infinity. And there's just this complete emptiness and darkness and space. And then I turned and I saw the earth. I was back far enough that I could see the entire earth, and the earth was literally throbbing with life, vibrating, radiant, so magnificent. And I was just awestruck, like, fuck this. There was no words to describe this experience of deep love and life and appreciation for this beautiful sentient being, and absolutely flourishing with life, crystal beautiful blues, vibrant lush greens, all the different ecosystems in the earth in balance, synergy, harmony. So I was just like having this moment of like, wow, and this is what I'm here for. That was the message, like the telepathic message that I was receiving. It was like I was in direct union with the earth. The earth is like, this is what you're here for. Focus on this. Focus on this. When all shit's going down, we're here because the earth is already whole and healed, and this is what we're in service to. This is what I'm in service to, and this is what all the people that I'm now, you know, who gravitate towards me and who work with me and who I kind of gravitate towards and resonate with, we're all in service to the healed earth, right? And so the dream was so vivid that I was like having this experience, and then I was floating. I was like, shit, how do I get back there? And I was like, where is Australia? Like, fuck. It was so real, right? And then how do I get home? And as soon as I thought that, I woke up in my bed. I'm always home. And that was the thought. And it was just, that was the experience. And ever since then, I've had not one speck of doubt about the healing path that I am on, the focus that I have to be in service to the flourishing of life on earth. And this is unfolded in different ways over time, getting clearer and clearer. It became clear that I'm actually here to work with women blossoming, women returning to their true nature as flowers of the earth, as visionary creators, as divine beings. And this is my role, right? If you want to work with men, work with men. There are people who need to work with men. I work with my partner, we work with couples, but we don't have to do everything. And this whole political correctness thing about being inclusive, about everyone doing everything for everyone, be respectful and inclusive in like the big picture, but find your fucking way, find your place, find your specialty, find your unique frequency, your gifts, your essence, your message, and bring that. Because we don't all need to do everything. We don't all need to dilute ourselves to try and fucking cast a wide net to do everything. It's actually the opposite. It's getting deeply potent with who you are. What is your unique story, and the challenges and the gifts and the skills and the abilities that you have been cultivating, because you've been preparing for this, whether you know it or not. It's time to bring consciousness to the path that we each walk on earth, so that we can take a leaf out of the book of the fucking elites and get focused, get organized, and get coordinated, so that we can co-create the new paradigm. It's happening anyway, right? It's happening anyway, but the more organized we are, the less suffering and the less drama will happen, because we can stand up and go, hey, all right, so everyone sort of thought that this was the way life is. Well, actually, it could be like this. So let's step into that. So we actually detach from the fear structures, from the control structures. We're no longer reliant on those systems. We're no longer feeding those systems. And this includes Facebook, by the way. We actually realign. And that's a big one. I'm not even going to open the fucking Facebook can of worms right now. I'm still on it. Got an exit plan. The Divine Mother Temple is not on Facebook, and there's the conscious intention around that, because there's so much fucking distortion and corruption and manipulation and censorship on Facebook that we cannot rely on that platform moving forward. If we're genuinely co-creating a new paradigm. That's part of the old paradigm. Fabulous technology, fucking love it. It's been amazing, but it's had its day. Now it's actually on its way out. And some of us are jumping ship before the fucking thing sinks. So as we coordinate and we get, and this is, with the feminine visionaries journeying with me this year, we're getting super clear, potent about what is the fiber that you bring, that you weave into the collective. And in the Divine Mother Temple, really sinking into getting clear. Who are you? What is your big vision? And how does that match with mine? And how do we kind of, you know, create this beautiful mandala where we're all unique and we recognize each other's brilliance? There's none of this putting each other down bullshit, and we're not in competition with each other at all. We're not comparing each other at all. There's no, you know, lower or higher. There's no hierarchy. We're all in this together, and we're actually activating and amplifying each of us to actually be as powerful as we can, because as we rise, as each of us rise, it actually lifts the energetic container for all of us to rise. So I actually feel like I might even be getting to the end of this video. There was actually quite a lot of stuff I wanted to cover, but I'm also aware of time and I know it's precious. I did actually take some notes, and I think, yeah, actually that's a big thing that you need to finish the ritual, because I shared about the vision that I had of the earth 20 years ago and how I'm in service to that. So in the ritual today, I was feeling like having the energy building, really intentionally had cultivated this energy. And then it's like and then I saw the earth and I stepped back, and it was a similar experience actually, but I felt a lot closer to it this time, not so much like removed from a distance, but really close. And I was dancing, I had this beautiful music, and I was dancing and weaving this beautiful energy all the way around the earth. And it was this very ecstatic experience of feeling this energy weaving and sweeping it around the earth, the entire earth, really just feeling the vibration of intentional integrity. Like, and actually as I was doing that, I was seeing almost like a shaking thing, the shaking of the distortion, the shaking of the corruption, being literally like energetically being shaken up. Like it's been lying underground and it's getting shaken up, and we're seeing it, and it's being revealed, and the fucking shit's hitting the fan everywhere, and there's all this stuff going on. And even like people who have been like fucking slaves to the media are now going, what the fuck, this doesn't quite add up, there's something going on. It's completely irrational and out of proportion, this kind of fear campaign that is operating right now. And the governments are very fast, taking very fast action on this, on where there's massive important stuff going on that they just don't give a shit about because it doesn't serve their own agenda. You know, what about like the fucking state of the planet and the ability for us to actually live? Like, doesn't that matter? So anyway, I'm going to go down that path. But the experience I had was sweeping this energy of deep alignment and life and flourishing energy all around the planet for whoever's needing it, and like just trusting that whoever needs that boost, that trust, that kind of activation of their essence and their energy and their vibration to shift out of fear and into, it's like we've got two different matrices, two different paradigms, this real dark, heavy control paradigm, and this lid which is really grabbing on with sharp nails to try and control everything. And then this full awakening of the consciousness and people just breaking free from relying on that bullshit and no longer feeding that system. And so that was what this energy was about, is like inviting the awakening, like really just nurturing life. And I'm in full integrity with this, deeply aligned and so excited. I'm actually, you know, and my heart goes out to people suffering, and my invitation is that part of your power is to stay strong in yourself. Breathe deeply, get out on the earth, connect with nature, allow the healing energy of the sun into you. The sun is not the bad enemy. The sun is life force, vitamin D, amplify vitamin C if you need to, eat good food, look after yourself, identify and eliminate toxins from your life as much as you can so that you can purify your vessel. Because, and not just that, but the thoughts, the beliefs, the attitude that you have, does that raise your vibration? Does that leave you feeling powerful and expansive and, you know, like you are actually on track, you're on purpose, you're on a mission, you have a soul path that you're on. Do you feel that? Because I'm an activator. You might be feeling it in this moment. You might be like, oh, fuck, what is it? Well, get in touch with me if you need support with that, because that's fucking my gig, right? Activate your gifts and your magic, and let's, you know, weave the threads together. There's the Divine Mother Temple, which is a sacred space off Facebook where I'm actually guiding this clarity, and there's transmissions, there's even trainings for women to become deeply connected and empowered, and have like tools and even technology. We're using technology wisely, and having a rhythm that supports you to get clear and take action and be accountable, be held, because we've been separated for too long. And this new fucking concept that I just heard yesterday, social distancing, like, seriously, social distancing is not what humans need right now. There's enough separation. We actually need social synergy, integrity, alignment, collaboration, right? So that's what I'm in service to. And I have no idea how long this video has gone, but it is clearly come to the end. Thank you for watching. I'm just going to fucking put it on YouTube because I'm not holding back anymore. And yeah, you might be seeing it on YouTube. You might be seeing it in a Facebook group. You might be seeing it in the temple. I just thought, potency, keep it all together. Thank you for connecting. If you want to see more about me, go to my website, blossomingwoman.com.au. Connect with me directly, leave a message, do whatever it is. Share this video if you feel inspired to share it, because we're all in this together, and this is activation time. Big shifts are happening. I'm here in service to the planet. Thank you for watching, and I look forward to connecting with you another time soon.